Cancers. Alright, we're going to take a look at the energy for April 2021. This is going to be Aries energy. And we're going to look at what the energy is between the connection of you and the person you're interested in, or the person that you are currently with, and see, we'll just kind of go from there. Alright, we're gonna get kind of into what they are looking for as well, and how they're feeling about you. So first off, the card that best represents kind of the two of you together at the moment here. Six of Swords, Chariot came out in reverse. So a desire to take things to the next level, or somebody wondering kind of where you're at in that scheme of things, you know, from maybe if you're at the beginning stages of a relationship, kind of pondering on if this is something that you want to take to the long term or not. And this could be the both of you, could be one or the other. A little bit of a clarifier there. For others of you, though, I see that this is one of you's. It's almost like, is this too good to be true? Like, where's the catch? You know, kind of a thing. So it's not that you're, you know, bored of the situation. You're actually interested in the possibility of a new relationship, but you are a little bit almost skeptical, I would say. Right? The energy that affects, you know, that's affecting people around you. What's the energy that you're giving off? The Fool. So, while you might be telling yourself, I'm not sure, everybody around you is seeing you as very much kind of head over heels into the situation. Maybe not exactly putting a toe into it, but just kind of jumping all head in here. The Three of Wands. And so you are expressing this positive development, even though internally you might be feeling something a little bit differently. So if this is for a group of you who might not be interested in the person that you're kind of talking to, you're giving the impression that you are, and that's going to make a little bit of a difficulty later on when, if you're not planning to make this a long-term deal, I would stop giving off that impression, because it's going to create more issues from you or for you later on. And being a Cancer sign, you know, some of those things can be a little bit, it can seem kind of tough for other people, like you come off a little bit strong in that aspect. So just avoid it if you can, and don't string anybody along. And vice versa, if you think there's somebody who you think you can do a little bit better, or you deserve better, and they're just kind of stringing you along, definitely take that into consideration. How can you improve your communication skills to get to that, you know, what it is you're looking for? Ace of Wands, Nine of Swords. So anything that you might be a little bit, I don't know, maybe there's something that's there but you're ignoring it. Maybe it's something that gives you anxiety. Again, this almost kind of goes more for those of you who are in a situation where it's going somewhere well. I mean, communication's good regardless of your situation. You want to be straight up, you want to be upfront about things. But for those of you who actually do have a relationship or connection that's moving into a positive direction, you're going to want to speak about that and let them know, you know, how you feel about the situation, and at least communicate in a way that gives them an impression that you do want to keep things moving forward. So if you're going through something maybe and are coming off a little bit more closed off, that's going to make an impression on them. Yeah, because I do feel like the desire is there, but there might be something going on that kind of keeps you in that anxious kind of mentality, and you don't want that to give the wrong impression, okay? So that's an important message for somebody. Alright, what should you expect to arise from the Aries energy here? Ten of Cups and Page of Cups. So an opportunity is going to come about, and you're going to need to make a decision, okay? So those of you who are in a situation where you don't really want to move forward, it's going to come up. You're going to have to say, sorry, I'm not interested in that way. For those of you who are definitely interested and aren't really sure kind of maybe where the other person stands or where you really want to take things, I do see that this is going to come up, and you're going to need to make a discussion about that. It's going to go pretty much one way or another. You're going to give the answer you're going to give is going to be pretty definite. You know, it's going to give some direction. So make sure you're directing it in the area you really, really want, and not giving the wrong impressions, or otherwise you're gonna start creating roots in something that someone thinks you're being serious about it. And if you're not, you don't want to keep that going on, okay? What is this person hoping will happen with you? that you won't run away and that you will not show any conflict. So I think this is for all groups, all groups. I think the ones that are going well, they're hoping this doesn't come up. The ones who you're not going so well with them, but they really want to make it work for you, they're hoping you're not going to skip and skedaddle, but I think that they're kind of feeling it out. They're feeling that you have some resistance up, okay? And that's kind of what's coming off to them, and that's what they're hoping isn't happening, basically. Whatever the holdup is, they're hoping you're able to just kind of release that and keep moving forward. And that there is something that comes up moving forward that could create a barrier, okay, from taking it to the next level. What are you not seeing? 7 of Wands. So this is the ability to perceive, toxic energies. It's the ability to just kind of stay in that confident space, to be in a position where you're not, confused, you don't have scattered energy, you're very straightforward with what it is that you want and what you don't want. And that passion, that courage definitely gives an impression. And whatever it is that your intention is, that's what's coming off, whether you realize it or not. So just make sure that you are solid with what you want, what you don't want, so that you are giving the other person the perspective that is accurate, that's real, okay? That's the best message I can give to you on this one this month, you guys. All right, any messages from the other person that you need to be aware of? What do you really need? Be willing to ask. Be willing to accept support. So if you need to be able to speak your truth, definitely do so. If you need to seek counsel, definitely do so. Shift your focus back to love, but listen with your heart and listen with that, that optimism of what's good for the other person and what's good for yourself, and trying to equal that out. I mean, you don't want to take advantage and settle for yourself, but you also don't want to string anybody else along. Appreciate the moment. Every situation is an opportunity to grow and find love. Those of you having that cold feet, it's natural, but you definitely don't want to run from something that could have a beautiful, opportunity just because you're nervous, okay? So just keep that in mind, and hope that helps. If you want to look at your personal situation, feel free to reach out. All the information on how to book your readings down below, and have a fantastic April. We'll see you next month. Much love, guys.